Hello everyone, and welcome back to Kingdom Hearts. This is episode 7. Last time, we completed Halloween Town, my favorite world of the game. And it was a pleasure to share that in this playthrough, just my enjoyment of that part of the story and that world. And now we're moving to the edge of this second collection of worlds to a mysterious world. What could it be? We certainly haven't seen any sort of Disney villain with a hook and a pirate ship flying around. Not at all. So it's definitely not going to be Neverland. And Peter Pan absolutely will not be there. But we're going to travel there right now by getting into position and getting ready to travel. A big ship is catching up to us. Quit gawking, that's a pirate ship. It's gonna ram us, hold on tight. Yeah, look at that ram. The most politeful ram ever. It politely pulls up in front of us and says, "License and registration, please."
I didn't think you'd come, Sora. Good to see you again.
Well, where are Donald and Goofy?
Are they that important to you? More important than old friends? Instead of worrying about them, you should be asking about her.
Kairi!
That's right. While you were off goofing around, I finally found her.
Not so fast! No shenanigans aboard my vessel, boy.
Riku, why are you siding with the Heartless?
The Heartless obey me now, Sora. Now I have nothing to fear.
You're stupid! Sooner or later they'll swallow your heart!
Not a chance. My heart's too strong.
Riku!
I've picked up a few other tricks as well. Like this, for instance. You can go see your friends now.
Ah!
Let's get underway already. And keep Sora away from Kairi until we're ready to land.
That scurvy brat thinks he can order me around.
What shall we do, Captain Hook?
Nothing! The hold is crawling with Heartless. Let them keep an eye on the brats.
But, Captain, you know who is also down...
Shh! Did you hear that, Smee? Oh, that dreadful sound.
No, Captain.
Are you quite sure? Did I imagine it? Oh, my poor nerves. You don't say.
Yeah, it was definitely Kairi. I finally found her.
All right. Yep. Then let's go up and talk to her.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Okay, but first, how about get off?
Oh, sorry.
How you doing there? Looking for a way out?
Who are you?
I'm the answer to your prayers. Okay then, fine. Have it your way.
But you're stuck in here too, aren't you?
Huh. Nope, I'm just waiting for someone.
Who?
Tinkerbell, what took you so long? Great job. So you found Wendy? Hold on. There was another girl there too? Are you crazy? There's no way I'm gonna leave Wendy there.
Aha! She must be pretty jealous.
Come on, Tink. Open up the door. I'm Peter Pan.
I'm Sora.
Okay, we're in this together, but only till we find Wendy.
his face looks so cursed. I'm just like looking at this being like, his face. It's been a while. Let's put Peter Pan in the party. Goofy can go goof around somewhere else for a bit. We'll run with this selection. Staring her down. That cutscene, it's so weird. I'm like thinking about it now. We get picked up by the ship, politely parks in front of us, and I didn't realize, but the ship in the ocean and the ship when it appears in space, they're different. They've got different designs on them, which I think is pretty peculiar. I like the idea that Hook's pirate ship has space travel. Like, that's always just something hilarious to think about. Like, this isn't the first time that we are aware of it, because Hook acknowledges that they can travel by ship earlier, and I just think it's fun. He's just like, yeah, my pirate ship, it can leave the world and traverse space. Like, does it have a gummy block engine somewhere deep in the core of the ship that allows it to do it? Is there a warp gummy in there? Trying to think about the logistics of the ship. It has probably the single most greatest line in the whole game, which is, "You're stupid!" Voice break and everything, just like Sora's response to Riku there is peak. That is a top tier response. He's like, why are you acting this way? You're being weird and edgy right now, and I don't appreciate it. And that's Riku for you. So here's Peter Pan. We gotta rescue Kairi and Wendy. And I like that Riku goes, and I can do this. And then just summons a shadow that looks like Sora and does nothing else, and then drops him into the pit. It's an interesting one. I'm like, okay. And now we actually see what the shadow is capable of, which is standing there and dancing at you. Well, thanks, Peter Pan. You've stopped him in a way where I can barely damage the guy. There we go. But yes, we do have our flying, ageless being here of Peter Pan. My memories of him is that he's very powerful. He's got that just when he's not just standing there and politely stabbing with the knife, he does have some pretty dangerous abilities. He's rocking the hummingbird, which is darting to rain countless blows on the enemy, which I believe is the one that I'm talking about. I like the inclusion that they just have normal magic, but then they change the name, so he just has Time Out and Storm's Eye instead of Arrow. But he actually has a pretty decent setup. And we'll keep in Donald to be the healer, because these pirates, these new pirate Heaaarrrtless, they do hit hard. Now, what I said I was going to do at the beginning of this episode, because I am a failure, is we're going to read the Ansem's report, and we're going to go through the section of the journal, which covers some more Heaaarrrtless and other things. And then I was just like, we'll get ourselves into Neverland, so at the very least we can cover the beginning of that as well, all in one go. So we'll just pretend that we're chilling in the prison cell for a bit while everybody else is doing stuff, and we're going to read Ansem's Report 7. I am now studying material from the meteors that rained down that fateful night. What a find! The material is foreign to our world. It is elastic to the touch, and when two pieces are combined, they bond easily. None of the records I've scoured even mention such a substance. Was it introduced to this world when I opened that door? I wonder how many other such materials drift through the atmosphere of this tiny world. I wish I could soar off and find out. Could there be uncharted worlds up there? My curiosity never ceases to grow, but I should stop speaking of such unrealistic dreams. For now, there is no way to venture outside this world. My people and I are all but prisoners of this tiny place. So this is a really cool report to think about in regards to meteors raining down on the planet and elastic material that bonds easily when combining multiple pieces. He's referring, of course, to the gummy blocks. And he's like, man, this is cool. I wish I could soar off and find out. He's been given the potential to build a ship. He just needs to put it all together. He's like, well, if this material is capable of traveling through space, maybe we can put it all together and see what happens. And this is around this time period where people are starting to think, are there uncharted worlds out there? Like, can we leave? And it's a similar mentality to Riku. When the kids on Destiny Islands, they just live in their life, and then Kairi appears, and it changes their whole perspective. They realize that the world is, the universe, the galaxy, is much bigger than they previously could have thought. She comes from another world, and maybe we should go and check it out. That sets Riku on his journey. In the Heaaarrrtless section, we're going to check out our Atlantica and Halloween Town Heaaarrrtless. We've got the Sea Neon, the Heaaarrrtless resembling a jellyfish. They swim fast and attack in numbers, and they're quite annoying. Especially this one, the Sheltering Zone. Heaaarrrtless resembling a jellyfish. You receive damage just from colliding with it. They move slow but break up into many Sea Neons if struck. It's an interesting title. They're like, yes, we will call this one the Sheltering Zone. We have the Screwdriver. Heaaarrrtless that acts with Aqua Tank. Unpredictable creatures dashing forward 1 minute, cowardly retreating the next. They are invigorated by the sparks from Aqua Tank. Screwdriver seems like an interesting one, because they are shaped like a torpedo. And then we have the Aqua Tank. Heaaarrrtless resembling a fish that calmly swim the seas. So big anglerfish vibes with that one. They are often carrying screwdrivers, leisurely large creatures that do not attack unless provoked. We obviously read the White Knight and the Gargoyle, because how could you not? They're so cool. So we read those while we were there. And now we get to look at the Pirate. Heaaarrrtless, that mostly appear in Neverland. They are quite combative with their swords. They often just focus on the enemies in front, making them vulnerable to attacks from behind. And actually, one of the cooler designs, I love Heaaarrrtless pirates, and I'll have more to talk on this in the next game and beyond, I suppose. But for now, all I'm going to say is I really, really like the concept of the pirate Heaaarrrtless, and I think that this design is so fucking cool. Pirates and Kingdom Hearts is a bit of a conversation. Where's my treasure planet? Notably, being one of those conversation pieces. The pink Agaricus, however that's spelt, is our love heart mushroom in Atlantica. It's a dancer by nature. Once it starts dancing, it can't stop. So you have to cast stop on it and hit it however many times. In our characters section, Pinocchio and Geppetto have updated to their Traverse Town places. And we have all of our other characters here. Notably, which is quite funny, it gives you the crocodile. Before we've even seen the crocodile, we just have Hook talking about his fear. And I think maybe one of my main pieces of enjoyment of the Peter Pan movie is simply just Captain Hook. I love him. He's great. He's come for me other hands, me! A seagoing reptile big enough to swallow a man whole, and he's always hungry. He got a taste of Hook once and never forgot it. Hook can tell when he's nearby by the sound of the clock ticking away in his stomach. And Mr. Smee, the goat, Hook's first mate. He lives to take orders from Hook, but he's as slow-witted as Hook is obnoxious. Captain Hook, the pirate who is working with the Heartless to pay revenge to Peter Pan, who caused him to lose his left hand. He is as arrogant as a pirate can be, but hides away when the crocodile comes close. With the Heartless's powers, he can travel to many other worlds. I assume, right, that Captain Hook must be like the Uber driver of the Disney villains. He's got his boat and he has to travel to all the other worlds and pick them up. And he puts Ursula in like a big fish tank that he's got in the brig. And has to take everybody else to the meeting zone. Because otherwise, how else are they getting around, you know? What are they going to do? Travel between dark corridors? Nah. No way. No dark corridor traveling. They're not going to like teleport there. They take the ship. They take the ship. But yeah, the most interesting part of this one is that Ansem's report. And it's cool because obviously they don't have a name for these things. So he's not going to start just saying, gummy blocks. But instead, weird elastic material. So basically this shadow Sora that Riku has so confidently conjured will just be chilling in all of these areas, and then you can hit for 150 points. So it's a good little bit of XP. I can't remember if this is true, but I think it's only as if you do the damage in a certain period of time, like he might just leave. So it might be a time-based thing. Like, maybe there'll be something that will build on the whole Shadow Sora thing, you know? We won't talk about it yet. But it just does make me laugh how Riku's like, look what I can do. Generates a seemingly harmless, whimsical Shadow Sora. He's like, I really missed you, and, you know, you're my friend, and my other friend is comatose, so I made this shadow version of you when you weren't here. Did you take any damage there? Not much.
So, how come you can fly?
Anyone can fly. You want to try? Aw, haven't you cooled off yet, Tink? Just a little bit of pixie dust. There, now you can fly.
Love Tinkerbell.
What? So Wendy's not one of the chosen ones?
There are 7, supposedly. And Maleficent says she's not one of them. Hoist anchor as soon as possible. Leave all the dead weight behind, including her.
After the trouble of capturing her? And why those 7? What is Maleficent planning anyway?
Who knows? As long as it means getting Kyrie's heart back, I couldn't care less.
You're wasting your time. The Heartless have devoured that girl's heart. I'll stake me other hand it's lost forever.
I will find it, no matter what.
Captain?
What?
The prisoners have escaped. What's more, Peter Pan is with them.
Blast that Peter Pan. All right then. Bring the hostage to me cabin, Smee. Hop to it.
What is it, Tink?
Peter? Peter Pan?
Wendy!
Please, hurry! The pirates are coming!
What? I'll be right up there. Just hold on.
Wendy,
Yes?
is there another girl in there with you?
Oh, why, yes. But she seems to be asleep. She hasn't budged an inch.
Kyrie? Kyrie! Oh!
Oh!
Wendy! Hey, let's get up there.
Kyrie actually moved and interacted. How intriguing. Wasn't doing that before. We shall get a meteor gummy. You'd think that Maleficent maybe could give him a bit of a heads up. Maybe they know, you know what I mean? I guess it's just like, at this point, they just got to pick him up and hope for the best. They're like, yeah, this one will do. Yeah, this one will do. Yeah, get this one.
Come on!
And then other times they're like, you know what? Why don't they just admit that they're actually just flying blind this whole time? We're like, we actually have no clue. we pick up girls at the worlds we go to and we go, could this one be a Princess of Heart? And they go, no, they've already got 7 apparently. Yes, Maleficent said, we'll just let them waste their time for a bit. And we'll get Wendy. I mean, fair enough though. Wendy isn't really... When we think of the Disney princesses, they tend to be more in line with an actual princess. We started really stretching the definition of Disney princess with this game. Like, yes, Alice. Alice is a Disney princess. Okay, I guess so. While we're here, we'll quickly swap out Peter Pan with Goofy so we can do the Trinity. I think if this goes where I think it does, which I think it do, I think this is one of the few story-specific trinities, because the other one is the red Trinity mark that you need to do to get into the sewer section. I can't think of any others at the moment. It's not often that comes up though, because then you take Peter Pan out of your party, and then Peter Pan's not with you for when you go up here. I won't make that mistake.
Riku, wait!
Oh! Here it is. There's the step up. we have Shadow Sora, now complete with menacing eyes and a Keyblade he's developed. So I think the I think the assumption here is that Riku uses his power to clone, create a little shadow clone of Sora at that moment, and then as we encounter it throughout the ship, it is like slowly learning about Sora, and then that's when we see it eventually culminate into this. Being able to like wield some interesting copy of the Keyblade. Honestly, Peter Pan and Goofy, I kind of expected more. I specifically took Donald out of the party because I was like, Donald's going to get instantly wiped, and turns out apparently the rest of them will too. This is genuinely one of the hardest boss fights in the game, at least for child me. I was here for what felt like an eternity, and I'm even currently struggling. That Keyblade, it hits hard, dude. Yeah. They took the already annoying Shadow and turned it into a Sora. Yeah, actually a tough one. The anti-Sora. The anti-Sora. I think it's just called Shadow Sora. You go to say anti-Sora because, you know, it's also an applicable term. Come here, you. Let's finish you off. Oh, Close. Close. There we go. It's a tough match. It's a mirror matchup. I did almost fail multiple times. Obtain the Raven's Claw. Actually, really cool concept. And a cool boss, but very, very challenging. Goodbye, Goofy. It was nice knowing you. More Dalmatians returning home. Quickly restock, because I didn't put any Mega Potions in my thing there. So I just didn't bother reviving them. So we've unlocked Sliding Dash. I won't be putting that on right now though. But we will go up now and continue. I think we'll also be able to check out the Shadow Sora in the journal as well, so we can read a bit of a description about it, because it's one of the more interesting enemies added to the game. I don't even know if I could tell you how many times I have tried and failed to beat Shadow Sora in my youth, but it's, yeah, the Keyblade hits fucking hard, as we know. Many deaths have been suffered at the hands of Shadow Sora. I think it's just in general, Neverland does start to pick up the pace quite a bit, because these pirates with their swords hit really hard as well. Which is why they have so much health and so much EXP as a reward.
Windy! Come on, Tink! Not now! Well, this is as far as I can go. I gotta help Wendy.
And Peter Pan says, fuck y'all. I was only here for Wendy. The Raven's Claw as well, we did get. And the Raven's Claw gives us a reduction of dark damage by 20%. And strength and defense, which is pretty good. So you could kind of mix that one with the Holy Circlet and have both. How much AP am I floating? I don't have anything to spare. And I kind of don't want to get rid of anything either. And I don't have an AP boost to compensate. Honestly, I'll just take off Treasure Magnet, to be honest. And I could do Strike Raid instead of Sonic Blade, so we could switch it up to a different move now, which is hurling the Keyblade and then pressing triangle at the right time for a combo. So basically, you just stand still, throw your Keyblade at enemies instead of Sonic Blade. I'm not the right person to talk to, asking which one's better out of the two, because honestly, I think they're both pretty cool. I'm going to put Raven's Claw onto Sora, taking down the AP by 1. But we'll take the increase to the stuff. I might put White Fang over Brave Warrior, so Goofy can lose a teensy tiny bit of health. And then I'm going to do MP Rage. The mixture of Evolution, MP Rage, and MP Gift is quite a nice one. For now, I would just do Evolution. Open that door just so it's open from the other side. Oh no, we can't. Yes, I can. I'm gonna jump out.
Quite a codfish, that Riku, running off with that girl without even saying goodbye.
Run off where? Tell me, where did he go?
To the ruins of Hollow Bastion, where Maleficent resides. But you won't be going there. Unless you intend to leave your little pixie friend behind. Hand over the Keyblade and I'll spare your lives. Glad I'm merciful, unlike the Heaaarrrtless. So, which will it be? The Keyblade or the plank? It's him! The crocodile that took me hand! Oh, Smee! He's after me other hand! I can't stay here! Go away! Oh, I can't stand the sight of him! Smee! You take care of them!
Fly, Sora. Just believe, and you can do it.
Thanks, Peter.
Hey, don't mention it. You didn't think I'd leave you and Tink behind, did you?
Attained the power of healing. Cure has been upgraded to Cura. And Peter Pan You can replace Goofy because you can fly. I'm pretty sure Donald and Goofy can now just also fly. Okay. So Riku teleported off the ship, or he took a little lifeboat gummy ship, and he's gone off to Hollow Bastion. We have a name drop for Maleficent's secret villain hangout spot. And I really like the introduction of flight to this game, being we say a world. Oh, see you later. Being in a world, but we're currently on a pirate ship where we can fly around the ship. So it's a cool little moment. But we're just on a pirate ship, so, you know, not the biggest world we've ever been on, is it? It's just one of those moments where you, like, play this game and you realize that a lot of the worlds and spaces are so much smaller than you remember, because when you're a kid, these places are just huge. And some worlds are a little bigger than others, you know? Like, Deep Jungle is one of those that has a lot of zones. And Olympus Coliseum has 2 rooms. 3 when you're participating in the games.
Is that you, Smee? Did you finish them off?
Aye, Captain. They walked the plank, every last one of them.
Peter Pan! Lost you!
Ready to make a splash, you codfish? Now it's your turn to walk the plank.
There it is, it's boss theme time. We are fighting Captain Hook. Also, another ridiculously dangerous enemy. So let's make sure we don't get bombed by the pirate ship while we're here. It's one of the more whimsical boss fights. I love the idea of... I just love the idea that he can fall off the side of the ship and quickly bounce in because of his fear of the crocodile. It makes me very happy. And I know that we're making the Neverland being slightly strange now in hindsight kind of joke, but luckily we are able to witness the world of Peter Pan in probably the least problematic way. It has no inclusions of its portrayal of the Native Americans in this one, so we don't have to worry about that. In terms of elements of Disney media where they have to put a disclaimer and be like, you know, this is a product of its time. Did not mean to do that. Yeah, Hook is a dangerous enemy. That sword is something else. And then we're constantly getting bombed and rammed into by other little pirate ships. You get off here for a second. Let me deal with this guy. Some good XP. I love whatever items those are, going right into the ocean, never to be seen again. Buried treasure, my boy. Oh, that was the worst time to cast stop. All right. Oh, Peter Pan! Peter Pan! Incredible. Casting stop as he's going off the edge. Incredible move. Now, flying is a little bit similar to the underwater style of movement of, you know, square go down, circle go up, except we're not restricted to underwater forever, so we can still use our abilities that are on square just when we land. And Hook is done. Let's feed him to the croc. And this is why I love Peter Pan. It's literally just that. It's good old Hook. And we've got Ars Arcanum. And that's a good one. We want to equip that.
Oh, Kyrie couldn't wake up, so maybe she's really lost her...
Shh.
Sora.
I still can't believe it. I really flew. Wait till I tell Kyrie. I wonder if she'll believe me. Probably not.
You can bring her to Neverland sometime. Then she can try it herself.
If you believe, you can do anything, right? I'll find Kyrie. I know I will. There's so much I want to tell her about flying, the pirates, and everything else that's happened.
What's that, Tink? What about the clock tower? You say there's something there.
It's more than just the pirate ship after all. It is a whole world. We're on the clock tower. Very cute. They're like, yeah, we'll throw in a little bit of the real world. You'll find her, Sora. Just don't give up. Yeah, the idea of, you know, we know that Peter Pan, you know, and the idea of Neverland, it takes place in the real world, in London town, but it is weird when you have these moments, and it's come up a little bit in the Disney world, where it's like, yeah, we're just in London. Here we are. We have learned Ars Arcanum, which is Latin for mysterious art or mysterious technique. Very cool ability that we would want to use. It's a formidable attack. After a combo, press triangle again for a double combo. I might even take off Sonic Blade and my sliding dash and put that bad boy on so we can show it off a little bit. I love that the completion of Neverland is just essentially run through a couple of rooms, fight Anti-Sora, witness a cutscene, fight Captain Hook, and then go to the Neverland Clock Tower, where essentially Tinkerbell just says, hey, there's something here. And that's it. You know, no further context. So we're just here now. And there isn't really like a hint or an allusion to that. We're just here. And you go, well, why are we here? Let's look around and see what we can find. There's a clock face there, and there's a clock face there. Would you believe it? There's a clock face there. And also here. Good old Big Ben. And a perfectly beautifully rendered nighttime London. Where's the Queen at? So this one, right below Wendy, curiously out of place. What's going on here? Oh, that's right. I'll just hit it, because we can lock onto it. Not the most intuitive, I will say. But there you go. And there it is, the shortest world in Kingdom Hearts 1. You're in and you're out. And we have an AVG piece. And that's the keyhole, which is located in between the 2 and the 3 on Big Ben. For some reason. Another one of those like keyholes where you're like, you could have fit it in somewhere a little bit more natural. Like we're in Neverland, we're on Captain Hook's ship, there's pirates involved. Could be a cool like locked treasure chest or, you know, something like that. Maybe there's some form of map you got to follow. I find it interesting that they chose to even include the London element with the clock tower instead of something like maybe just like one of the locations in actual Neverland outside of Hook's ship. Because it could have been like this cool sequence where you're like, it's Peter Pan and the Lost Boys and there's a map and it leads to the keyhole and it's a treasure chest. You know, just ways that the keyhole feels a little more intertwined with the world than, yeah, the keyhole, it's in the Big Ben, big clock. We put a lot of thought into that. Hey, Sora. When we grow up, let's get off this island. We'll go on real adventures, not this kid stuff. Sure, but isn't there anything fun to do now? Hey, you know the new girl at the mayor's house? She arrived on the night of the meteor shower. Destiny Island's keyhole reveal?
It was reckless to bring her here without at least using a vessel. Remember, relying too heavily on the dark powers could cost you your heart. A castaway. Though his world perished, his heart did not. When we took the princess from his castle, he apparently followed her here through sheer force of will. But fear not. No harm will come to you. He is no match for your power.
My power?
Yes, the untapped power that lies within you. Now, child, it's time you awakened that power and realized your full potential.
Right on, Riku.
Peter, are you really going back to Neverland?
Afraid so. But we can see each other anytime. As long as you don't forget about Neverland, that is. Oh boy, she's getting steamed again. Do me a favor? Look after her for me, will ya?
What?
Learn summon spelled Tinkerbell. What? And we obtained the fairy harp. And we've learned glide. Now we can fly everywhere and anywhere. So fairy harp is an upgrade, but it does have a much shorter reach. It's not the size of the Keyblade that matters, but what you do with it. Raises max MP by 1 and enhances magic and summon power, and sometimes deals powerful critical blows. So we will equip it for the stat increase, as much as I really like the longer reach of the Pumpkinhead. But what can you do? This is probably one of my least used Keyblades ever, but we'll show it off. And we now have a 5th summon for Tinkerbell. So let's open up the journal while we're here, and we'll talk about a couple of things. So Riku did, just by using the darkness, he was able to travel without a vessel to Hollow Bastion, which is risky biz. And then we have a beastly roar taking place within Hollow Bastion when his princess was taken from his castle. So, I wonder who that could be. And through sheer force of will, has pursued this princess. It seems like we're getting a bit more attention on Hollow Bastion now, so maybe that's our next destination. Let's read Ansem's Report 9. Simply astonishing. Today I had a guest from another world. He is a king, and his vessel is built of the material that composed the meteors. He called the pieces gummy blocks. It seems that my opening that door has opened a path to interworld travel. We talked for countless hours, but one story in particular caught my interest, that of a key called the Keyblade. The Keyblade is said to hold phenomenal power. One legend says its wielder saved the world, while another says that he wrought chaos and ruin upon it. I must know what this Keyblade is. A key opens doors. It must be connected to the door that I have opened. How about that, huh? He's met a king. And there's only one king that we've been introduced to in this game so far. We haven't even seen him. But we are aware that King Mickey exists. So it seems that King Mickey has visited Ansem and said, yeah, that sticky block thing you got from the meteor shower. Gummy blocks. So it seems that my opening that door has opened a path to interworld travel. So going back through this again, we have that scene between baby boy Sora and Riku on Destiny Islands as they're talking about going to other worlds, and the girl that appeared on the island around the time of the meteor shower. So if you want to try and think about this and connecting the dots, you've got a door being opened for interworld travel and a meteor shower that takes place around this time period, and Kairi ending up on Destiny Islands from another world. I wonder where Kairi came from. Did she come from this world? Potentially. Who knows? This is just a theory. A game theory. Certainly something to ponder. And again, we're reading the reports out of order. We're missing 2, 4, 5, 6, 8. If anyone comes after 9, we're missing that as well. In our Heaaarrrtless list, we do have 2 new additions, which was the Air Pirate and the Battleship. Very creative names of Pirate and Air Pirate. There is no better name. Again, a design that I do really, really love. I'm a big fan of the Heaaarrrtless design, where it's like the void with the 2 yellow eyes and then just like the spikes around the face. Like it's like some form of broken shell. Like you take off, their face shatters and it's the darkness underneath. The Air Pirate is a winged Heaaarrrtless that mostly appear in Neverland. They are extremely combative and are hardly ever caught off guard. They attack with martial arts-like techniques. That's right, the martial art Air Pirates. And the Battleship, Heaaarrrtless that fuse together with a pirate ship. They attack with homing and magic projectiles. Attack them at close range. Look at this dapper pirate gentleman. The upper torso of a pirate and the lower torso of a pirate ship. Don't I just love the whimsy? Look at it. It's so good. Yes, a Heaaarrrtless that is actually a tiny little pirate ship guy. And make sure he has a cute little skull on his hat. And I say, hell yeah. You know what? Hell yeah. So we've sealed the keyhole of the world. Tinkerbell's coming with us. And Peter remains with me as long as I remember him. Yes, yes. Well, let's just hope you don't grow too old, because then he won't like you anymore. You will have a Leonardo DiCaprio issue on your hands. We're going to travel now. Well, we found the Navigami piece. Let's go back to town. Sid'll install it on the ship once we bring it to him. There's a tournament being held at the Coliseum. I hear there's a great reward for the winner. That's right. Another Coliseum victory awaits us. We defeated Pegasus Cup last time. What could it be? I love this artwork as well, where it's like one side is the boat, one side is the clock tower, but I really love the little alligator inclusion there. So good. Again, I think with Neverland, I would have liked more of actual Neverland. It's actually kind of surprising to me as I sit here and I go, fuck, that's a short world actually, because when I'm playing this game in my own time, and I've done playthroughs of it over the years, I'm not really thinking about that stuff, and it's different when it's a playthrough, because I have a sense of like how long I've been playing for, like I can see like how long an episode is and the timing of it, and I'm like, didn't really realize just how short Neverland is. You're in the ship, you fight the boss, you're on the clock tower, and you're out. Off you go. So there's definitely some worlds that are a bit more, they do a bit more with their world than the rest. I feel like it would have been a cool idea to have actual Neverland included in some way, shape, or form. My choice personally would have probably been like the Lost Boys. I think that there would have been a fun segment there with our characters and interactions. Let's see if I can synthesize anything with what I've picked up over time. Let's make stuff. No. That's on me, to be honest. Like, I'm not actively grinding for materials right now. That part of the game has not appeared for me. I've been focusing on the story. I will have a session where I'm going to go get the materials, level up my character. We'll be doing some optional stuff. The time is not yet now. I got to install this Navi G piece. Looks like you found the other one. Let me see it. Okay, wait here. I'll get it installed right now.
Sora!
Now just remember what Donald said to you. No frowning, no sad faces.
How can you be so cheerful? There's still no sign of your king. Aren't you worried?
I'm worried.
The king told us to go out and find the key bearer, and we found you, so as long as we stick together, it'll all work out okay. You just gotta believe in yourself, that's all.
Just believe.
I believe in you.
Whoa! Where am I? Long ago, people lived in peace, bathed in the warmth of light. Everyone loved the light. Then people began to fight over it. They wanted to keep it for themselves. And darkness was born in their hearts. The darkness spread, swallowing the light in many people's hearts. It covered everything, and the world disappeared. But small fragments of light survived in the hearts of children. With these fragments of light, children rebuilt the lost world. It's the world we live in now. But the true light sleeps deep within the darkness. That's why the worlds are still scattered, divided from each other. But someday, a door to the innermost darkness will open, and the true light will return. So, listen, child. Even in the deepest darkness, there will always be a light to guide you. Believe in the light, and the darkness will never defeat you. Your heart will shine with its power and push the darkness away. Do you understand, Kyrie? Kyrie?
Huh?
What's the matter?
Nothing. Kyrie? Did you call me?
What a peculiar scene. Like, hey, you gotta believe in yourself, Sora. Only to then get the response that Kyrie believes in us, and we are shown a little vision, perhaps a little memory, told a little fairy tale about light and the worlds and darkness. I wonder what it all means. I really hope that doesn't have any huge implications for the overarching themes and lore of this series, because that would just be crazy. But it's genuinely a very, very cool little moment in relation to what Grandma's yapping about. It gives the world of Kingdom Hearts a feeling just like the Disney worlds, in that they're like these fairy tales with they got the connective tissue, which I really like. It's like the concept that there's a lot of fairy tale stuff that inspires the Disney movies, the Disney stories, and this is just one of those. So the little childhood fairy tale, and maybe there's some weight to those words. Maybe there's some truth. I installed that navigation, Gummy. But, you know, that place is crawling with Heartless. Don't say I didn't warn you. Here, take this along. Transform. Come to me for all your gummy needs, got it? Okay, that's done. While we're here, let's talk to Geppetto. And he says,
maybe I can make a better fish ship for you someday.
So, no ship from Geppetto. What an asshole. We now can glide, though. So if you jump in the air and press circle again, oh my god. Oh, this is so funny. Look at this direct comparison right now, because I haven't adjusted my glide speed. Like, we've adjusted our movement, so we run at a much nicer pace. Watch this. Oh my. That is the default gliding speed. If you were able to get a snail and give them the ability to fly, this is what you would end up with. Wow. Very painfully slow. How did I survive as a child? You just had more time in the world. Now everything is just so much faster, you know? And the old stuff has to get faster to keep up. All right, let's head to the new world. Hold on, Donald. We don't know what's out there. Why don't we revisit other worlds first? I'm sure we'll find some new items. So Goofy has given us the suggestion. Maybe go to some other worlds. Maybe we can get some stuff that we couldn't get before. In the sense that maybe high jump will help us reach locations that we couldn't get to before. Maybe we've, learned new trinities that we can explore in these other worlds. Or you can go straight from a level 7 world to a level 10 battle level. Essentially our first red warning sign that maybe you could level up elsewhere if you wanted. Let's take his advice. We're going to go to the Olympus Coliseum because there is a new tournament to enter. And I wonder what cool item we'll get. Maybe that locked chest will finally open. So here we go. What is this? It's the Hercules Cup. And we can see who's here. In the Hercules Cup, it's Hercules, which is a really shocking turn of events. Are you going to compete? It would be great to face you. A new hero has appeared in the game, Sora. So now while this chest will not open, maybe we'll be able to get it open with the completion of this Coliseum. Will I need to stock up? Maybe. I'm essentially going to just give Donald and Goofy potions, so they've got healing opportunities for each other. I have enough potions to spare. I'm not going to give them more than that, because to be honest, they don't deserve it. They will absolutely waste it. Donald can have the potions, Goofy can have the high potions. And he will simply burn through all of those in the first round. So Donald, using HP items... let me see what we have. He has HP items immediately, and Goofy is frequently. I am going to change that. So we're going to put HP items only... we're going to do frequently for Donald, and then Goofy, because he's got the high potion, only in emergency. I'm going to have Donald occasionally use regular attacks. His advanced magic frequently, defensive magic. He's restorative and protective, so that's arrow and cure. Constantly, of course. That's gonna be the move. And then Sora is gonna have gravity, arrow, and cura. And to be honest, I think that the final bosses of the Pegasus Cup are more difficult than Hercules in the Hercules Cup. But that's because it's like 2 enemies instead of 1, so it's easy to get overwhelmed. But it has been a while, so maybe Hercules will put me in my place. Let's find out. The Dusk Vanguard. Because I'm using a Keyblade that I am not used to, I don't use very often, I might struggle, but who knows. I just hope that these critical blows carry me. You know?
Take that! Come on!
Spamming that ram.
Defense! Come on!
Surprised I'm not getting a potion used on me right now. Let's try and use Arcanum. Ready? Oh, well, there you go. That was Arcanum. And then I didn't have an enemy left to continue bashing on, but we'll save it for the boss. We'll use the Arcanum on the boss.
Come on!
I feel like they both used a healing item at the same time just then. I don't like it. I think that they both used one on Donald. Ah, yes, the joke round. We're just going to progress the round. The rare truffle is the one that you have to juggle. You got to be really good at your juggling. Oh! Surprise! I mean, not really, because obviously we looked at the leaderboard of the fucking thing. But here he is. He's back. It's the Cloud rematch.
Come on!
There we go. I was trying to get that for a while. Hey, you reckon you could hang out in the gravity zone? That would be cool.
Here.
You.
Come on.
That's the best you can do.
No, not the double cure.
Farewell.
Oh no. What's this? What's this? What's this? This is potentially me losing. This is potentially me losing. This is potentially me losing. Oh my god, we did. Woo! Oh no. This is bad. What I probably forgot to mention actually was the difficult part of the Hercules Cup is actually this fucking guy, and it's not Hercules at all, is what I was supposed to say. Hang on, let me just lock in at the end real quick. Hang on. Let me just lock in at the end real quick. Get a couple of tech boosts and say, actually, I beat your ass. I had to quickly just wait. Sora obtained Metal Chocobo. That's right. We got a new Keyblade for defeating Cloud, which is sick. But yeah, the surprise difficult fight in the cup, if you don't look at the ranking board ahead of time. Oh my god, could you imagine if that was where I got kicked out after my clutch victory against Cloud? I'd be very disappointed in myself. Alright, we have Ether, Mega Ether, and an Elixir. We'll see how we go. You're out of here. Battleship time. You're out of here. I like the way that the pirate ships can be like dismantled. Like you get rid of the cannons, you get rid of the sail. So you can stop certain attacks and you can ground the ship. Very cool. Alright, here we go. Time for the actual fight. The reason we're here in the Hercules Cup. Show me what you've got. Hercules, wait. Let's go one-on-one. Oh, brother, what a show-off. What are we gonna do? Let him go alone, I guess. Good luck, Sora. I'm not gonna go easy on you. Classic Sora. Says, actually, I'll go it alone. How about that? Do you mind if I go it alone?
Hey, give up yet? Hey, give up yet?
Come on!
Hey, give up yet?
I'm having a bit of a moment. Aren't I supposed to be able to pick these up? Oh my god, I can't do it while I am locked onto Hercules. That is so funny. Holy shit. I was literally malfunctioning. I'm like looking at this fight being like, I have to pick up a barrel and throw it at him. Why is this not happening? Oh, and it's because I was locked onto him. That's really funny. So anyway, that was my mistake. So now we will proceed to fight Hercules. Properly now? Okay. Yeah, just spam that. That's all good. Yeah, just spam that.
Come on! Come on! Heal!
My favorite part is the concept that Hercules, while in god form, while in god mode, will literally get smacked out of it by a wooden barrel. You know? It's the wooden barrel is what really messes with him.
This should help.
And then also the fact that he can charge into you and your Keyblade block makes him go, oh shit, man. It's, and then he also decides to taunt you at the same time, which I think is also a bit of a mistake on his part. Because he's not in a position to taunt me. He is not in a position to taunt me. So anyway, this guy is weak to fucking barrels. And that's why the Hercules Cup against Hercules is a bit of a... Okay. Do we come up with the theory that he is simply throwing the fight to make us feel good, right? He's making us feel good about being heroes. If it was anyone else, he would get serious, of course, right? Goofy has obtained Herc's shield.
Wow! And I didn't even hold back!
Now I finally know what you mean about strength of heart. Mine comes from Donald and Goofy.
Come again?
If we stick together, we're unbeatable. Not even Hercules stands a chance. With these guys beside me, I'm ready for anything.
But that's not exactly what...
Of course. Your friends give you strength. Isn't that right, Phil? The three of you together make great heroes. And as a team, I'm sure you can overcome anything.
They did the thing! And we got Olympia. And we got Yellow Trinity. Just everything. Laying it on us. So, we have Herc's shield for a strength increase. Very, very nice. Sora gets 2 Keyblades for our time here. We have the Metal Chocobo, which, I mean, look at that. We literally get the Buster Sword themed Keyblade with a Chocobo keychain. It's cool. Incredible power and reach, reduces max MP by 1 and rarely deals critical blows. So it's literally a worse Pumpkinhead in that sense. Because we get a string of critical blows, which I think is much better than a 2 strength increase. And then we have the Olympia, a powerful weapon that is difficult to deflect and can also inflict a string of mighty critical blows. It's a bit unfortunate because I think the stats for certain Keyblades are a little bit all over the place because you'll obtain some and then you just won't really want to use it as a result. I kind of wish that there was better balancing or, things that made them a bit more unique and appealing. And this is just the first game in the series. There's room for growth. Who knows? Maybe in the future, there might actually be relevance to particular Keyblades. Could be a good idea. But yeah, like imagine, each of these Keyblades come with a unique ability that you can only use while that Keyblade is equipped. Makes it more appealing. Like you get the ability to do like Braver or Cross Slash, something like that with the Metal Chocobo. And you get like Hercules God Aura Bubble move or like the Slam move or something like that. Would be so cool. But Cloud and Hercules have been defeated, and I will equip the Olympia for my trouble. And, I think it's pretty clear that you could witness that fight, and you've got, like, Hercules being like, and I didn't even hold back. And you're like, yeah, all right, buddy. Obviously, we know that you did. He's just a kid, and they're trying to instill a lesson to learn and helping Sora grow as a character. Hercules isn't gonna, like, beat this kid's ass and just doosh, go proper God mode. But it is really funny that in Sora's mind, the idea of pick up barrel, throw it at the demigod, and go, I win, is really entertaining to me. We do have the Yellow Trinity, which means we can now use it in front of this block. We now have the strength together. A trio of heroes with the strength to move the cube. And yes, that's right. This world does have a keyhole after all. Located in the floor. There was genuinely no better location. You get a nice little visual shot of the Keyblade here where you can see that it spells out Hercules. Very nice. We have sealed the keyhole in the Olympus Coliseum. Who would have thunk it was just tucked away under a block? Because that's the one thing that you notice while you're playing, is that you're sealing the keyhole in all of these worlds, and it pops up along all of them, except for the Coliseum, because you're like, well, I guess, yeah, there's no real danger here. I mean, Hades is here, and he's a pest. But, yeah, no keyhole, I guess? Wrong. The interesting part about it as well is it is an optional keyhole. You never have to seal it if you don't want to. You can completely miss it by not engaging with the Trinity. You beat me last time, but next time won't be so easy. Next time, there might be even more barrels. The junior hero has been achieved. Yeah, next time won't be so easy, he says. So we now have the yellow Trinity, and if we do look in our journal, we do have the ability to track where these Trinity marks, well, not where they are, but how many we've ticked off the list. Wonderland is going to be our next destination. Just for something small, because I think what I would actually like to get from this location, I can't get yet. Don't know why I went here first, but that's okay. I was supposed to go to the Queen's Castle. Hello, shrink me down, please. We're back here again. Personally, I think it's just a better idea to save the world revisit to when you have unlocked all of the Trinity marks, because there is one more, and we've seen the marks around the place, and that is the white Trinity. So going into the journal, you go Trinity list, and we have 3 more blue, 1 more red, 4 more green, and 3 Trinity push. It doesn't tell you where, just how many you've gotten, and then Trinity with the white one has not been done yet. I'm not enough of an expert to know every single position of the Trinities off by heart, but I know where some are. Oh god, which ones have we done? I think I've got Fire, Blizzard, Thunder, Arts, and I may have another one. So let's try and get one that I haven't got yet. It's much tougher now as well, because we have a much bigger list of spells. But this guy is intent on fire and ice only. Now that there's a bigger list, the potential animations obviously could be any of these. Unfortunately, it seems I'm just going to be really unlucky with this guy. He only is doing like the basic 3 spells. You're doing the same. It might be influenced by worlds that we encounter them in. Like if we encounter them in later worlds, they might do other stuff. Maybe. I'm not sure if that is true or not. I'm only saying it based on the fact that they're only doing fire, ice, and lightning here. Which is, that's annoying. They're not doing anything that I want. So I'm gonna give this flower a potion. Make me large, please. And the reason I wish to be large is to do this. Yep. That boulder's going in there. To lift up those lily pads. Do that. Do that. Make me small, please. Totally forgot to do Arcanum against Hercules, which is pretty funny. Just got too sidetracked by when I was like, what the fuck am I doing with the barrels right now? We got a blue trinity here. There's one of the remaining 3. And we go, give me a high potion. And I'll say, you know what, Chief? You have earned it. I'm going to give you one of those right now.
This should help.
Thanks. Which then gives us a Mega Potion and a bunch of MP in response, and you go, shock me!
Thunder!
Wow. We shock the flowers and we get a Thunderer Gummy? And a new room in the Queen's Castle, which takes us to this, which gives us some more puppies. And actually, we do need to go back to Traverse Town to check in with the puppies. I will jump up here for a Meteor Gummy. And coming back into this zone, we're also going to come up here. With our very slow glide that I need to update the speed of, we're going to go over here to this chest to get the Scan Gummy. And then we're going to actually go somewhere we haven't gone yet, which is across this side. And we're going to politely wait until the Heartless decide to clear out because... Okay. All that. There we go. Come over to me. Get ourselves an Orichalcum. And go to the Tea Party Garden to be dropped up here to get another chest, to get a Flare Gummy, to go over here to get more puppies, to go over here to get Mithril, more Synthesis, and over here for the final chest, Dark Matter. Big old Synthesis materials dropping in this area. And I think for now that's what I have come here for. There is something else that I will be getting from this place, but the time is not yet right because I think we'll be needing the, if I remember correctly, I need the White Trinity. That's all the presents. But of course. I'm a little hesitant to confirm exactly what I'll need to be doing in regards to that White Trinity, but I do know that it is a thing. And that's what I will come back for Neverland 4. Then I'm going to go back to Traverse Town. Could have done this while I was still there. That's alright. Because there's a yellow Trinity for us. And it's outside of the Magician's Study. Push! Get ourselves a chest up here. Get an AP up, finally. And then... Oh, God. Yep. That's fucking typical. I'm like, I'm gonna fail. The embarrassment, they put in a specific part of this game where they said, we need to have a swim of shame, you know? We need to absolutely humiliate and embarrass the player So what we're going to do is we're going to put in a swim of shame. Glide yourself over to this platform, and if you mess it up, you can swim back slowly to do it all over again. I went to land and it like went whoop. I wonder if that was me coming into contact with the chest instead of landing on it properly, which it probably was, unfortunately. God, this glide is so funny. Okay, I'm gonna try again. I'm an expert at this. I am an expert. I'm just kind of telling you what not to do. Apparently. Don't know what's happening there. You think you're right on top of it, and then it's pushing me off. Alright, here we go. There we go. First try, too. Easy. Dalmatians 1, 2, and 3. They've been there for so long waiting for us to get them. The very first of the Dalmatians. I'm going to pay a visit to the Dalmatians naturally, because we have rescued a lot by now. How many have we rescued, actually? 101 Dalmatians. We have found 60 of them. Don't know why that's the first time I'm even showing that screen for some reason. I'm like, yep, that is the puppy tracker that we have. Do have access to puppy tracking systems. Let's get some more gifts, shall we? Presents. A gift from Pongo and Perdita. Thunder Agami. Mithril Shard. Torn Page. Mithril. Mega Elixir. And the most helpful and interesting of that is the Torn Page. I don't think we'd forgotten about our dear friend Pooh Bear. It's been a while since we've paid him a visit. Let's go deliver the torn page. So they really make sure that you are engaging with a lot of things to get your pages. There is actually, we have 2, so we can do 2 things in the 100 Acre Wood, because we forgot to come here the last time. And we do just have the Fire, Blizzard, and Thunder arts for the white mushrooms, so I do need to encounter some more of those, because we'll need that for something special as well. Alright, it's poo time. And for some reason, I'm like, where's the book? Where's the book? So I think it's just... We did Rabbit. We've done there. And I think, yeah, it's this place now. I think it only unlocks 1 at a time. So when we complete that torn page, then we'll be in one of these 2 locations. So there's 1 more torn page to locate. A swing hangs from a stout tree. Take a look. Look, Poe, something is floating this way. I think you're right, Piglet. What could it be? It's me. This is me when I go swimming in the pool. And it's like, I'm depressed. But swimming in the pool is so nice. And you just float in the pool. Everyone goes, is he dead? Poke him with a stick. Why, it looks like Eeyore. Hello, Eeyore, if it is you. Hello, Pooh. Yes, it's me. Could you pull me out? That is, if it's not too much trouble. Of course, you don't have to if you don't want to. I will simply keep floating, if so. All good, if not. Oh, hello. Thanks again for your help with my carrots. Eeyore's drifting away. Sora, can you swim? I wonder what we can do. Oh, yeah. Eeyore is indeed drifting away. Jumping in there. Thank you, Pooh. Thank you, other you. You know, floating along out there, it seemed like something was missing. And something's still missing. Why? Eeyore's tail is gone. He's been neutered. Is that what's missing? Let's see. Yep, lost it again. Wonder where it went this time. It's not much of a tail, though. I'm sort of attached to it. But I don't know why anybody'd look for it. Probably won't find it anyway. Sora, why don't we all look for Eeyore's tail? Lost something? Searching from a high place is the quickest way to find it. Owl, can you fly up high and help us find Eeyore's tail? Sorry, but my eyes aren't what they used to be. Too much reading, you know. But I can offer good advice. Of course, you don't have to if you don't want to. See that swing up there? Take Pooh there. You're a bit too big for the swing, but Pooh should fit nicely. I'll tell you more when you get there. Isn't this just the funny part? Isn't this just the funny part of the game? Where you go, where could it be? Where could it possibly be? I have no fucking idea. Oh dear, where could it be? I'm not allowed to talk to Pooh. It popped up with the prompt. I guess he just doesn't want to be spoken to. Let's all look very hard to help our friend Eeyore. You know what? I think Rabbit is a dickhead on purpose. I mean, we know that. But he's staring right at it. And then he's the one that says, let's all look really hard. Pooh will follow you if you target him with R1. Oh yes, that's why we can't. That's why we can't talk to him, because he's part of this arrangement. And that's why the honeypots are here, by the way. Because this man has cravings. So this man does have cravings. Look at this pro strat. Look at that professional strategy curving him away from the honeypot. So he cannot get distracted and eat the damn thing. And I'm not allowed to just pick him up and carry him. That would be too easy. And Tigger is hiding down there. Being up high, you can see things that you wouldn't normally. Like that guy down there. Here's what to do. First, get ready to push. How? Like this. Like this. Then press R1 to give Pooh a push. Push that Pooh out. Press R1. How's this? Not bad, not bad. Here's the next step. Press R1 before he swings back to the bottom. If you time it right, Pooh will swing higher and higher. Try it. I'll help you with the timing. Press R1 when I spread my wings. Push too soon, Pooh won't go any higher. Push too late, he'll go too high. Press R1 at the right time to send Pooh higher. Ooh. Pooh missile. Bullseye right on his home. Just that fall of his legs still there just breaks both of his legs. Wonderful. That looks familiar. How's it looking? There we go. It's not much of a tail, but it's mine. Damn, he's shaking that thing. He's busting it down right now. Look at him go. He's celebrating. Thanks, everyone. I wish we could put the 100-acre wood back the way it was, too. The torn page turned into a new item. The power of time. Stop has been upgraded to Stop Ra. And we now have the next spot. The clearing crowded with tree stumps. Take a look in a second. If there's anything that this playthrough showcases, it's that there's obviously quite a lot of optional stuff. And stuff that people will just go, yeah, whatever, and then not engage with it. And then they'll be like, where's my stop magic upgrade? Where's this? Where's that? They do hide the very valuable additions to your repertoire through this kind of stuff. So we now have the higher tier of stop magic by doing the 100-acre wood. And now we'll check out the next spot. A forest clearing with tree stumps. Where do they get the equipment to take down these trees? We've got Tigger wielding the chainsaw, taking down these tree trunks. Didn't realize they were into deforestation, but there you go. We gotta cut down this clearing in the forest so I can jump on some trees. And I'm going to jump around first to get a couple of items. Because this is actually a very valuable spot for item hunting. Dark matter, located entirely within the 100-acre wood. Feels kind of wild, but yeah, we'll go for it. We'll need to get that at some point. There we go. I'll get that right now. The Mithra. So good synthesis room, this one. This here is my bouncing spot. We can bounce all around here all day. Nothing beats bouncing. You want to bounce too, Sora? It's lots of fun. Lots of fun. Okay. To bounce with the finest, you'll need some pointers from the finest. But Al, you don't bounce around like we do. I'm afraid you're right. I can't master everything, I suppose. Bounce this way, please. There's no bird bouncing. Tigger bounce. Watch Tigger's bouncing pattern, then follow his lead. Here's a little warm-up. I don't know about this. Where did he go? Where did he go? Now it gets tricky. I actually do think it's kind of hilarious that he just straight up go, now it gets tricky, and then and then actually does a complex jump. He goes, yeah, we're gonna spin around. Not once, but twice. And I'm gonna have to make sure that I don't jump too high off of the platform. Alright, hold on now. I'm gonna do like gentle jumps here. Look where I'm jumping, perhaps. Yes. You're doing fantastical. This will be the last one. Up here first to start, then I've got to jump down while there's while there's leaves in my face. Hold on a minute. The pain that I have to watch him do it too. If I fail, you have to watch him do it again. All right, hold on now. You've gotten mighty good at bouncing, Sora. Right, Roo? Hey, Tigger, I think he's ready for the big one. Well, there's only one way to find out. Tigger's giant pot. Whack the nuts back at the pot to shatter it. Yes, very good. Yep. I haven't actually done this in a while. And by a while, I don't really have much memory of it at all. I think I fell off and I have to redo it again. Oh, you could do it. Try again. Alright, not allowed to fall off. Am I allowed to fall off? Yeah, I just... Oh. Okay. Alright, yeah. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm literally smacking it and falling onto the floor. So, I mean, what do you want from me? There we go. I gotta pull back on the thumbstick a bit to... There we go. Bit of a gentler jump there that won't throw me off the edge and start from here. Oh god, I'm off. Hang on, quick, get back on. Oh, it's fine. It counts. It counts. We'll take it. Let's go try to seesaw. This tree doesn't have any honey, I see. We're all here having fun bouncing, and Pooh, too convinced that there's going to be honey around here somewhere. Who'll be your seesaw partner? We will choose Tigger, who will then launch me over here, and I can then get over here. There you go. Woo! Slide down here. Get yourself the Shield 2 gummy. And then Roo jumps you up to this spot, which is when you can go to where we already collected the dark matter. So we're all good. And I think that's... I feel like there's something else that I gotta do here as well. I wonder what this is. Because if I step on one of these bad boys, it lifts this up to a little platform. Mind you, though, I've already got high jump, so I'm kind of defeating the need for it. Oh, let's be real. I can't remember if there's something I have to do here for Pooh specifically or not. Rare nuts grow in these trees. I'll trade you things for them. Okay, hold on. So I think this is like less of a story area and more of just like a you collect things area. I don't remember how we do this in regards to there are rare nuts in this area. Like they assume they're these things that are hanging around the place. Can't remember how to grab them. Oh, there you go. You just have to jump into it, and you can't get all of them? You'd think you'd collect that one when that goes up there like that. You know? But then it doesn't. I don't know. I forget how this section works. I've got one. He's giving me a power up. So you can get more, I guess, and then you get stuff. I'm gonna be real. I'm really not an expert at the 100 Acre Wood. Whenever I've done the 100 Acre Wood, I've got the torn pages, and I do complete the stuff, and I get the items, and I go hell yeah, and then we move on, we leave. I don't remember what the deal is with the nuts and where we have to go. So we're just gonna leave. We're just gonna go away, and we'll get the last torn page, and then we'll revisit the 100 Acre Wood, and that should seal the deal and complete that world. And that's where we're going to bring this episode of Kingdom Hearts to a close, closing it out with an awkward little jumping puzzle at the end there. But next time, we will be traveling to a brand new destination. Far beyond Neverland lies Hollow Bastion. We're going to chase after Riku and see what we can find in regards to Kairi, Riku, Maleficent, and that roaring beastly howl we heard in the distance. Who could that possibly be? We'll find out next time. But thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I will see you then.